SpiderMan has a new ride at Disneyland. Salma Hayek and Owen Wilson are in a computer simulation. And Greg Rucka and Leandro Fernandez got some friends together to bring the old guard back to comic books. All that and the latest in everything cool today in the Rundown. How's it going, everybody? Happy Inauguration Day, America. Here is to brighter days ahead for everybody. Now, our first story is for all of those out there that have been missing theme parks. The MCU's very own Spider-Man, Tom Holland, is featured in a new video published by Disney Parks showing off a new attraction at Disneyland's California Adventures called Web Slingers. This is a Spider-Man themed ride that's a part of the Avengers campus, which was actually supposed to open in 2020, but we don't have to talk about what happened in 2020. So, of course, the delay has been a big deal for Disney because people have wanted to go to this new attraction, and it kind of fits alongside all of the fine work that Disney has been putting into their Star Wars attractions. Of course, the MCU is another massive property that Disney wants to take full advantage of, and Avengers Campus is going to be a pretty big deal. Web Slingers is just a part of it. They've also got the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, which has been running for a while now. They reformed that old Tower of Terror ride into the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, and it's really fun. But there's a Sanctum, and there's also an Avengers headquarters, and there's a PIM test kitchen. And then, of course, you're going to be able to buy all kinds of goodies there, and the Marvel superheroes are going to be walking around all over the place. Needless to say, I freaking can't wait to go to Avengers Campus and check out all of these rides. It looks like Tom Holland's having a lot of fun in the Web Slingers ride. It looks like he's a part of the whole attraction, which must be so freaking cool for these actors. But the Star Wars land, Galaxy's Edge, is just amazing. It was actually the last thing that my family and I were able to travel to before all of the lockdowns and shutdowns, and I hang on to those memories all the time. It was just such a fun trip. So yes, I'm incredibly excited to get back to Disneyland. I am so stoked to check out Avengers Campus, and I, for one, am committing to doing all of the crazy, silly Spider-Man web thwip things with the hands, just like Tom Holland is doing in this video. Now, I just noticed this today. Amazon Prime Video's got a pretty cool-looking movie coming to their service. Maybe it's because of all of the incredible discussions and theories that happen among very smart people like Stephen Hawking and Elon Musk, but I've always been a sucker for the idea that we're all living in a computer simulation. That's kind of what the concept of Bliss is all about.
You're real.
Sorry?
It stars Owen Wilson and Salma Hayek, and they are a couple of people that get thrust together, and there is this sort of unraveling of reality, and Owen Wilson starts to question whether what he is experiencing is actually the real world or a simulated one. And the trailer looks a little bit like some of the concepts that are posited by Free Guy, but of course Free Guy, the Ryan Reynolds movie, is a lot more animated and more sort of video game leaning. This one seems a little bit more surreal and a little more sinister, and it stars a couple of fantastic actors. I'm a big fan of both Owen Wilson and Salma Hayek, and it's interesting to see them together in something like this. It was shot a long time ago, obviously pre-COVID, but this is a continuing topic of discussion among scientific theorists. I mean, if you just Google, are we living in a computer simulation, you are going to get all kinds of different hits on that subject. And every one of us gamers out there knows that games are becoming more and more realistic, so it doesn't really stretch the imagination to think that some kind of advanced alien civilization has crafted a computer simulation that just feels so tangible and tactile and real to all of us and for all of us. It's a crazy idea, it's a crazy concept, but I think it's one that kind of strikes to the core of us sort of questioning why we're here and how we're here, Very interesting topic, and hopefully the movie does the topic justice. It's coming out in March on Amazon Prime Video, so if you're a subscriber, you're going to be able to watch that one for free. And speaking of a movie with a mind-bending concept, we got that last year with The Old Guard on Netflix. But of course, The Old Guard isn't just an original property crafted for Netflix. It is based on a comic series developed by Greg Rucka and Leandro Fernandez, and it's been running on and off for years through Image Comics. Well, it turns out we're going to get a new 6-issue anthology series called The Old Guard Tales Through Time that starts in April. And what's super cool about this is that Rucka and Fernandez are bringing in a lot of friends to also contribute to these tales, including Brian Michael Bendis, Michael Avon Oming, who worked together together on Powers, Taki Soma, Robert McKenzie, David Walker, Matt Fraction, and a whole bunch of other writers and artists. So this is going to be a very cool tribute to this concept, and it's a really cool idea. It's about a group of immortals that travel through time, taking care of all kinds of bad guys. They're able to heal, but they also have some level of mortality as well. The movie was a lot of fun. It starred Charlize Theron, and it was very successful for Netflix. So the presumption that there's going to be a sequel, because there was a sequel to the original Old Guard comic as well, so we probably will see some of these characters again on screen. And it was a fun film. It was definitely a lower budget movie than we would see out of the MCU or something like that, but Netflix actually built something pretty cool with the Old Guard. I'm looking forward to reading these books. I thought that the universe that Greg Rucka and Leandro Fernandez have crafted is really cool. There's lots of interesting ways in with a diverse group of people, at least what I saw on screen, but the fact that all of these awesome collaborators are going to be a part of Tales Through Time, that really piques my interest. It starts in April, so look for that. And I've got a couple of other little tidbits for you. Our friends at Zen Studios, who make some of the best video pinball games out there, at least in my estimation, are working on a brand new YouTube show to celebrate pinball. It's called What Else? The Pinball Show, and that's going to be premiering pretty soon. They sent out a nice little teaser today, so look for that. And also Brian Ashcraft, who works at Kotaku and covers all the stuff that's going on out in Japan for them, wrote up a great piece about Takaya Imamura retiring from Nintendo. This is a game developer that's worked on all kinds of incredible stuff, worked on Star Fox, actually did the character design for Fox McCloud, and based it on Shigeru Miyamoto, which is incredible. If you go to Moby Games, you can see just some of the games that Imamura-san worked on: Star Fox Guard, Star Fox 64, Steel Diver, F-Zero GX, Donkey Kong, Stunt Race FX, The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. He got some thanks even on Donkey Kong Country and Bayonetta 2, and he worked on Super Smash Bros. He also designed Tingle for The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, which is just absolutely phenomenal. So we want to send our best wishes to Takaya Imamura. Thank you so much for your wonderful inventions. You've certainly left us with a legacy to enjoy for years and years and years. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for our rundown today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for becoming an EPN member. We will see you tomorrow. And until then, play forever.